Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing on this video a tutorial of TC2000's easy scans, how to set them up, how to use them, the scans that I use for intraday trading. So I will do my intraday trading scans first. So we go to this little lightning bolt and that's your easy scans. And I'll go into my easy scans that I've personally built. Because low float percentage gainers are always very good, that's generally out of the day, that's going to be your top percentage gainers are the low floaters. Now it doesn't work all year round, but when they're on, they're on. So let's go over that one first. So we'll kind of make this, we'll blow this up a little bit here. Okay, so you go into this here and that'll be where you edit your conditions. So this is my list of conditions. I put my price history between 50 cents and $50 because I also play bigger dollar amount stocks that are also low float. A lot of people don't realize that. They think float and price they kind of coincide, they're hand in hand, but that's not true. And then you always put the time frame on the daily on that. Volume, you want to keep that at 50,000 because you don't want to miss the ones that are running up. Now you can screw around with this yourself and change that. If you only want to find the ones that are trading above, I don't know, let's say 100 or 200,000, that's fine. But this is so I don't miss moves first thing in the morning. And to put on the float, now this you have to pay attention to. When it comes to TC2000, you don't type in 10 million. So a low float stock is defined as any stock under 100 million shares in their float. 100 million shares is still a pretty big float. If you're looking for the real fast movers, it's 10 million and below. You could even go as high as 20 million and you're still going to get some pretty decent moves off that. But on this scan, I put it at 10 million. Now you'll see in this box, it says 10,000. That's how you have to put it in. So if you want 10 million, you have to type in 10,000. If you want 5 million, you put in 5,000 and so on and so forth. So that's that scan. So this is the scan from today, and look at everything that popped up. These are all the top percentage gainers, right? We all know GLYC from today. ARDM was, fairly low volume when I was looking at it. I wanted to play this when it was just kind of climbing up, but the volume was a little low, and I should have known because I'm not afraid of putting money into the market when the volume is low, because I know once it starts hitting people's scans, volume will come into it, right? So that kind of shows that scan. So we'll X out of that. Another scan that I just have all stocks. And this is going to tell you, again, all of the top percentage gainers. Now, float or not. Now, you can put on float in a separate column. And the way you do that is you go to column. You can just search float. No, sorry. That showed up. That was to add a column to it, and that was the wrong one. Go into fundamentals, and you're going to want to look for, it's under latest float. Latest float, right there. So you'd punch that in, and it's already in. So I want to get rid of that because I don't want that in there. So right there, right? And then the criteria for this one is all US common stocks. Now you can go through and you can just scan NASDAQs or bulletin boards, the OTCBB or the pink sheets, only New York Stock Exchange, but I always scan for US stocks, all US common stocks, right? And then I put the price between 30 cents and $55, with no volume criteria because I just want to see the top percentage gainers on the day. And then I sort by percentage change, and then you just double click on that and it'll sort by that. You could also sort for through volume as well, right? And you're going to get your big names always on that. So I always sort by percentage gainers. Now you can leave one up for top losers and then have another one up in here and search for top percentage gainers. Oops. So I always want it as the top percentage gainers. So there's that one. Now I want to show you something here with creating a new easy scan. Always type that in first so that you don't forget. So add condition, and this is where this gets really cool. You go into formulas, and here's all your already pre-built personal criteria formulas, or just formulas. I guess they wouldn't be a personal criteria formula, but you'll see that labeled as PCF. That's just the formulas, and you can write all your own code. And if you go on to TC2000.com or Warden.com, it'll show you how to write code. Now, don't get scared away from that because the code that they have is extremely easy to do. Like, I'm damn near a caveman when it comes to technology, and I can even write my own code. So do not get scared away from it. So you can scan for a whole bunch of different criteria. Your net change since open, price as percent of 30-day high. So if you're looking for something that ran up and then has pulled back a little bit, let's say you like to you want to put stocks on your radar that are already pulled back about 10 or 20% off of their highs. Something that's just kind of pulled back and now consolidating. That you just kind of punch that in, right? And then it shows up. That's the formula for that. And then you can also, if you wanted to, instead of the 30-day high, you wanted to do a 20-day high, you can just back that off, type in 20, done. And then make sure that you change it up here when you save it. But yeah, there's so much that you can do with TC2000. That's why I kind of get upset when everyone kind of flocks to trade ideas. I really believe that TC2000 is a much superior platform for scanning. And you can change all the colors like you see on TC2000s, how everything's color sorted. You can't color sort, but you can change the colors and everything in this to make them look any way you want, right? So we'll take a look at some more of their already kind of predefined conditions. Some good ones that I like. They have the 52-week high. They have all that. There's so much you can do. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Another little trick that I want to show you here is now all of your indicators as well as your moving averages and everything else. Now VWAP is very good. So you right click on that, you create scan condition, and now you're scanning in of a condition that has to do with the VWAP. So you want to go, now the condition itself, you go in there and you have a bunch of different options. You got a whole bunch of different options. So if you want VWAP greater than, less than, in between, ranks is really good. Percentage change between, but it's mainly these ones right here. Crossing up VWAP. So if you're looking for stocks that are just crossing up, they've been kind of consolidating down, and now they've made that VWAP push. They've pushed through VWAP, and now they've reclaimed it, and that'll put it on your radar because now they are now bullish. Crossing down, if you're more of a short bias trader, you can type that in for crossing down. So it crosses down, then it retraces and does a VWAP. You can look for VWAP rejects and then a continued short. If you only want stocks that are bullish, have a condition of above VWAP, or if you only want stocks that are bearish, you can type in below VWAP. So it goes to show, and I mean, you can do that as well with all of these as well, all of your moving averages, right? So this is your 9 EMA. So if you want to see stuff that's as well as it also kind of combines the two, right? If you want to look for conditions where you're looking for crosses, you can get very technical with this. And I mean, that might be a little bit advanced right now, and you'll have to screw around with that yourself. But these are also some. I'll get back to some of my easy scans and my settings. The kiss of death is really good if you're a short bias trader. Now let's pull this up and see if anything. No, nothing popped up today, so that's all right. We'll get into that another time when it actually pops up with something. I have certain scans that are set, that are fine-tuned in such a way that I know if it pops up, it's good. I can either buy or short damn near instantly. So we'll go through some of my other ones here. 52-week highs, 99 to 100% of 52-week highs. Now this one's really good because you're going to get stocks that are just about at 52-week highs just before the break. So that gives you an edge right there, right? So some of these may have already crossed and then have come back through. But you can also set this a little bit lower than 99% if you want to catch it within, I don't know, let's say 97%, so it gives you time to get an order entry in. So I mean, that one's really good. And whatever one that you're really interested in, just hit me up in the comment section and I will give you the criteria. Either I'll copy it, so then you can just kind of copy and paste into your personal criteria formula, and I'll show you how to do that as well. But TC2000 scans are absolutely friggin' amazing. Like you can scan for your gappers. That's really easy. That's kind of one that just pops up automatically. No, that's not what I wanted here. Yeah, there's your gappers. And this one also just pops up automatically. You don't need to type any of this in, right? This is so that you can kind of tweak that gapper as well, right? So, and then you can just either, if you're just looking for the gap ups, just click that box there. So man, like I'm telling you, this is much better in my opinion than Trade Ideas. I love TC2000 scans. They're so friggin' powerful. They're so amazing. The 3-day volatile is really good because it'll show you stocks that have ran up and now they might be on a little bit of a pullback. You can look for mid-candle breakouts on these type of stocks as well, or stocks that have made a bounce and now they're moving up. That one's really good. I keep doing that. That's the formula there. So, and then that's all you do. Like I would just highlight this and then right click and press copy. And then I could go over to YouTube and then just paste it in the comment box for you. And then that's it, right? So you can see all the top percentage gainers, all the well-known names from today have popped up on this. So I mean, it just goes to show that there's so many scans that you can do. Ooh, this one right here, my chart breakout nightly scan. This is the one that I use on a daily basis to look for breakouts and breakout patterns, stuff that has either broken out or is consolidating. Like this is perfect right here. This is actually off my watch list as well, WAC. You see this ascending triangle? This is the type of pattern that I look for either a swing trade or a day trade on. This is great, and this is the type of stuff that pops up in this scan. And it's very simple scanning criteria. your price history below 10, volume, 180-day volume, so basically roughly half the year. So I go for 6